Hey guys, welcome to Carl's Garage. And today we're going to show you how to plasti dip your wheels. We're going to use black plasti dip today, and we're going to change these wheels from this ugly aluminum to a nice finished black. But first, you always want to start with your items. The items that we're going to use today are 3 cans of Plasti Dip. I picked these cans of Plasti Dip up at Walmart. Also, I had some tire shine, but that's a little trick that I'll show you how to make the Plasti Dip look shiny. We also have 1 can of Plasti Dip Glossifier because I want them to have a little shine, but not too much. We also have our face mask. We also have our cleaning solution. It says water only, but I promise you there is chemicals inside of there. We also have our plastic bags to cover our rotors because I have drilled and slotted rotors and I do not want rubber plasti dip on those rotors. And we also have our protective goggles because you always want to wear eye protection when painting or spray painting, especially outside with the wind blowing. And then we have our rag to clean off our rim. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we want to start by cleaning this wheel. So the first thing that we're going to do is brush off all the dust. I'm using a regular old paintbrush that I had laying around the house. This right here will do a tremendous job in getting off all of this brake dust that's gunked up on the rim. We can save our rag whenever we use the liquid cleaner to clean it off. That is all wiped off and got most of the surface dust off. Now we will spray the wheels. And wipe them down. Our wheels are looking really good, nice and clean. After you get done cleaning the wheel and making the wheel nice and clean, you want to go ahead and start the process to block off your rotors and your brake caliper so that you don't get any overspray on your rotors and then potentially cause a huge, crazy disaster down the road. But first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do something special, I'm going to remove my center caps because I have something special in store for these center caps. My center caps say Kia. So I have something special in store for these. I'm actually going to just stay tuned for how I do these. I have we have another business with Flash Custom Designs, and we're able to make custom vinyl, which basically this is. We're able to make custom vinyl, and I think I'm going to do something pretty cool for this. So just stay tuned for what I do to the center caps for all 4 wheels. If you want to leave the center cap on and paint over it, that's fine. I have something special for mine, so I'm not going to do that. But let's move on to covering. If you want to paint your wheels or plasti dip your wheels with the wheels on, that's fine. You could definitely do that. But there's certain precautions that you want to take before doing that. And one precaution is covering the brake rotor. Today, we're going to use plastic bags to cover the brake rotors and the brake calipers for this wheel. Let's get started. Now that we have the brake rotors are covered, we can start the process to painting the wheels. I am using the matte flat black Plasti-Dip. I picked this up from my local Walmart for about $6 after taxes. You can use whatever Plasti-Dip that you want. This application should apply to all wheels. Let's go ahead and shake this up. If you can do a few test sprays on your concrete to see how it sprays. Mine is spraying pretty even. Let's get started. The first coat that you want to do is a nice light dust coat, and then after that, all the coats after that you want to be wet. Okay, that is coat number 1 for my Plasti-Dip. That is coat number 1. We will let this dry for about 5 minutes, and then 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will come back for our second and third coat. Those coats you want to be wet. Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's start on our second coat.
Okay, right here, I'm painting, but I'm using a feather technique. Whenever you're going in between the spokes, you want to use a feather technique. You don't want to press extremely hard on the spray nozzle when you're in the corners and in the small cracks and crevices. You want to use a nice, light press motion, and press the button very lightly when in those areas. As you see right here, I'm on a flat surface, so I'm able to press a lot harder. And you're also, please use the technique to tip the can upside down. Plasti-Dip, the official brand, it sprays very well upside down for a short amount of time. I don't suggest it for a long amount of time, but if you need to flip the can upside down real quick, as long as it's shaken properly, you can definitely get coverage and it'll spray pretty well. So you definitely want to shake in between sprays. And then see here, I'm going from my finger to my thumb, and you want to feather it in those areas. And as you see here, it's getting great coverage. See right there, I sprayed it. I'm getting all in between the crevices, because this is what you really don't see. And as soon as you turn your wheel, you'll see light areas where you missed. So you just want to continue to spray, and get that nice wet coat.
Okay guys, that's our second coat. The first one was a light dust coating. The second one was a wet coat. As you can see, it's a lot darker. We will go over this wheel with one more wet coat, and then we will move on. We will let that dry, and then we will show you how to apply the clear. Stay tuned. Okay, we have waited about another 10 minutes. With our Plasti-Dip, let's go ahead and spray our final third wet coat.
Okay guys, here we're spraying our third and final coat. Make sure that you're pressing that nozzle all the way down. You want to still feather in between all of those areas, all of those curves, to make sure that you get full coverage. This product really does cover very well. As you see, I'm only on my third coat and the whole wheel is already black. But just in case, you want to keep that nozzle pressed all the way down and get a nice, even wet coat. You see here, I'm going to make a mistake, and that's fine. Right there, I make a mistake, but that's fine. The whole goal is to get the whole wheel covered. We can fix that mistake later. I don't in this video, but the whole point is to fix it and to get this whole wheel nice and black.
Okay guys, that is our third coat, number 3. That is our third coat, and We will let this dry before we spray our Glossifier on top. So we'll let this dry for about 10 minutes and then we will spray our Glossifier. Okay guys, now we're going to move on to our Glossifier. We have let the tires sit for about a total of 30 minutes to dry and cure, 10 minutes in between each coat. One mist coat or one dust coat for the first one. The second two coats were 2 wet coats. Now we're going to do 1 wet coat of Glossifier. I don't want the tire to be too shiny, but that's up to you. So we're going to start with this, and we're only going to do 1 wet coat of Glossifier. Let's get started.
Okay guys, here, when spraying your clear coat, your clear Plasti dip doesn't spray like traditional clear coat. So you definitely want to spray it wet, and just try to get into those corners and those nooks and crannies as best as possible. The great thing about this is it's going to look like it's running and it's going to dry, or it's going to look kind of milky, but don't kind of be discouraged by that. Just get the whole wheel or whatever surface that you're spraying, just get it nice and shiny. Just get it nice and shiny, go over those other areas and just spray it pretty wet.
And as you can see, this is a lot shinier. So let this dry, and it may look bubbly at first, but I promise you it will dry smooth. You can see just a little bit of Plasti dip for about 25 bucks can really change the look of your wheels. Again, we're going to do something special for my center caps, but that will be in another video. So this is how you Plasti dip your wheels on your car. Make sure you have the bags and all the right tools. I'm going to let this dry for about 20 minutes because if I start to peel this now, all the gook is going to get in this and I don't want to mess this up. So let the wheel dry for about 20 minutes and then come back and peel off all of the plastic bags. Okay guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, I already removed this off camera, but I will show you how to. It's dry now, so you can just be gentle. Voila. That's how you completely change your wheels using Plasti dip. Wow guys, I am really impressed of how well this came out using Plasti dip. You can see still there's a little shine, but that's really just the lighting. If you can see this in person, this looks really good. It didn't affect my rotors because I put the plastic bags back there, and the whole wheel looks a lot better than my other stock wheels. So we have a lot of projects coming for this car, like the dent up there and the dent in the 2 doors. But for right now, this is a perfect, easy upgrade if you want to change your wheels from looking like that to this. This is going to make the car look so much better, especially with the blacked out windows and the blacked out grille and now the blacked out wheels. Okay guys, please hit that like button if you like this video and you want more content like this here at Carl's Garage. Also hit that subscribe button and also subscribe to my other channels, Straight Outta Content, where I also post car content as well and car meets and stuff like that. And yeah, stay tuned. Also Flash Custom Designs, subscribe there as well. I will put all the links to the other YouTube sites in the description below, because Flash Customs Designs, we will use that to make the center hubcap. All right, guys, thank you. Be safe.